Hi guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead back for dinner. So I am going to make a favorite of mine that I haven't had for a while, and Christopher, if you're watching this, sucks to be you. He hates goulash. So I've got my noodles, they're almost done. I've got my pre-cooked hamburger, but I need to fry up some onions to go with it, so I'm going to cook that a little bit. And I'm also going to add chili powder. Alright, so I'm going to get all that cooked up together, and then I'll be back to show you what's next. So I just got done rinsing the noodles, so I figured why not put all this together while the hamburger's finishing up. I'm using some of my home-canned mushrooms. Can't talk today, I guess. And I'm going to use a quart of my canned diced tomatoes. If they all want to come out, there we go. And then I'm going to use, this is my own home canned tomato sauce. And I'm going to add a can of corn to that. I took it out of the pan because I didn't think it would all fit inside the pan that I was cooking in. We're going to add a little bit more of the chili powder. And we're going to add some salt and pepper. So I guess you could kind of consider this a pantry meal, since my onions were in the freezer, my hamburger was in the freezer, and everything else I either canned or it was stored, it was in my pantry. And someone was talking to me yesterday about doing pantry meals, and sometimes, you don't realize how easy you can throw things together that are in your pantry. And it makes for a really, really tasty meal. Alrighty, let's check these. That should be good too. We're going to do it differently than I've ever done it, so we're going to do something different, and I think it'll be yummy. So we're going to add the hamburger to it and stir all that in. Now you can add whatever spices. Some people add garlic, some people add, hot spices. It's all up to you guys. Your kitchen, you do you. Nobody should ever tell you how to do it. Alright, let me check. This is the one thing, though, that I like to check before it's done to make sure it's got enough spices in it before I do anything else with it. So let's give it a small try here. Need a little bit more salt. And a little bit more pepper. Tom, do you want this to be a little bit spicy? Alright, so 1 second, let me grab something. Now, since he said a little bit spicy, we're going to take some little chili red pepper and add to it. Not a whole lot, because if you remember, him and I do not like real spicy. Get that all stirred in with it. Ooh. I don't know why. I know we did it a couple of months ago, and I said, well, let's just do it a little bit different, because I don't like to duplicate my recipes. But sometimes you just get, like he was so hungry for that tuna fish casserole. I was just really, really hungry for goulash. And it's so funny because my son was here the other day and telling me how much he hates goulash. He's not a big tomato fan, so that makes it a little bit hard when everything in it's pretty much tomato. So I'm going to spray my pan. Get that oil rubbed in there really, really good. And anything that doesn't fit in the pan, we can just save to the side, which I will eat on all week because I love warmed up goulash. So wouldn't be a problem. You might be able to fit most of it in there. Let's see here. Oh yeah. I don't think I'd put any more in there. So guess what's going to be left for me to munch on all week? And then I'm going to top it with some cheese. Again, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. Because I know some people don't like the dairy or the cheese, so that's no big deal. I'm not going to put a ton on there anyway to begin with. Just enough to give it a little bit of taste. Let me use just a little bit more here. I'm excited there's some leftovers. There we go. Now I'm going to bake that in the oven until it gets nice and bubbly and all the cheese is melted and everything, and then we'll be back and we'll serve dinner. Alright, there's Tom's goulash. How do you like it being baked?
And it's tasty too.
He's your dad. We've had 2 of our kids for dinner this week, and we went to dinner at our other kid yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We got to see all of our kids this week. So what do you think about the goulash baked? You have to stop eating long enough to say something. You're just misbehaving today, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a thumbs up at least?
It's thumbs up.
Okay. All right, you guys have a blessed night. Be a blessing, and
Bye, Tom.
bye, Nate.